It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the Hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renas Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hootle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hootle!
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
How's this?
I owe you one.
Will this help?
Now I'm in the groove!
Healing circle!
Now I can let loose. Thanks,
Here I
Fiona.
go!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better. Sonic thrust! Dragon
Lunar corruption!
Let you! I'll finish you here and now!
Burn in hell!
And you can't get out of this!
Dragon form!
Now you see what I can do!
Do it!
I'll face you!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Dragon
I shall ensure you survive this.
Lunar corruption! This one's mine!
Come and get it!
Not in your dreams!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Let's give it a whirl!
The Flaming Urge to be let free! Mirage!
Talent Storm!
Dragon Form!
Back into my way! Do it!
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dragon Form!
Scream, baby.
Eagle Fly! I'm ready! Rinwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? He probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In Tragedy's Aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. Oh, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Dahnan, do you think have ever seen this?
regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Pierce through! Flaming thrust! Mirage!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Thanks. Dragon Swarm!
Radiant Dragon Swarm!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Ignite!
Mega ray!
No further!
Dragon coming face!
Armor won't save you!
Dragon Swarm!
Tempest, crumble!
Not on my watch! I never miss!
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Cross!
We work well together, like a finely timed waltz.
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant light!
I'm on it! Talon Hurricane! Rending you apart! Inferno Punch!
These fists have got your name on them!
Pierce through! Dragon Swarm!
Eat this!
Talon Hurricane!
Thanks.
Do it! Dragon Swarm! In an instant! Impact Cross!
There!
On your
Pounce it.
knees.
Dragon Shout! Dragon Swarm! First strike! Swallow Dance!
Do it!
I'm on a roll! Dueling! In an instant! Impact Cross!
To achieve such harmony,
Takes a singular will.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
it appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate. Hold up.
Trigger form! That buzzing is driving me mad. Thanks.
I shall ensure you survive
Sonic
this.
thrust! Not today!
In a bind?
Dragon
I
form!
can carve through armor! Captivity! Elusive deity!
Tornado drive! Dueling! In an instant! Impact cross!
We work well together, like a finely timed waltz.
Talon hurricane!
I never miss. I'm ready.
Eagle's eye! Dust to dust! Burn it down! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Take
Soaring lightning! Mirage! Sonic thrust! Dragon swarm! You're done!
I never miss. Radiant Pierce.
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Here I go.
First sight!
Field.
Dragon swarm!
Eat this.
You are the epitome of brawn before brain.
Keep calm and take them down.
You? It's
Soaring
mostly a
like
compliment.
fear. The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Eat this!
Can't get out of this!
Radiant Pierce. This one's mine.
On your knees.
Dragon swarm!
Ready.
Swallow dance! Glimmer dragon! Smash you!
We got the advantage.
Good. We just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, you're not even.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alpha!
It's time
Now
to
I'm
end this
real
battle!
mad!
I'm right
I've been
beside
hit
you!
with something!
So even a man gets that from it.
Not feeling so great.
Bloody hell!
Dragon Force!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
More?
I'll raid you!
Dragon Swarm!
First strike!
I don't know what I'd do without
Do it!
Totally! In an instant!
Impact claw!
Dragon Swarm!
Swallow dance! Stay being interrupted. On your...
You require a hand.
I'm on it! Talon Hurricane! Rip and tear! Take this! Ha! Dance on the wind! I'm ready! Oh!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Dragon Swarm!
Air pressure! Resonate
Do
with
it!
the earth! Come on!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Radiant
More?
for
Strike!
here!
Begin! Hurricane! You're mine! Eagle Fly! Talon Hurricane! Catapult! Inferno Punch!
That'll bring you down!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar Corruption! Do it!
Ripping you apart!
Not today!
Bloody holiday!
Dragon Swarm!
Prepare to be seized! Dragon Shell! Air pressure! Dragon Shell! In a bind?
Radiant Flood! Here! Do it!
Eagle Assault!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
I'll work you through! Catapult!
Here I go! One more! Mega Ray!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
You're soaring like spear! Dragon Swarm!
Talon Storm!
Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Yes, I'm getting stronger!
Care to put that claim to the test?
I'd love to, but I got this thing.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zeugles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dragon Swarm! The flame inside me!
These things really get on my nerves.
survive this. Take this.
Here!
Got flyers!
I've got this! Got a marksman hammer!
All yours! Now I can let
No
loose!
further!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Inferno armor won't save you. Catapult.
That'll bring you down!
Tempest. Do it.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alpha!
It's time to end this battle!
Hey.
Throw them away! It's on!
Did you hear it?
Dragon Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Talon Hurricane. They
Do
might
it!
black and
Nolan! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. Thank you.
Mega Ray!
Dragon Shell.
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth.
Not in your dreams!
I'll tear you apart.
Might.
Rending you apart. Talon Storm.
Do it!
Dragon Swarm!
Astral Energy! Full throttle! Radiant Pierce!
Dragon Shell. I'll face you.
Oh! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
I had a bad feeling about
Dragon
this.
Swarm! First strike!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
Breath of life.
These ones get roots around us.
In a bind?
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
I'll smash you! I'm on
Can you take it
now!
Come and face me!
This death shall not be sorry for me.
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Dragon Swarm!
Take this!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar Blast! I'm all stuffed up. This one's mine.
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! Reflecting thy sins. They smite with black and blood.
Dragon Swarm!
Not in your dreams.
This one's all mine! Burn!
Resonate with
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Lunar Corruption!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting for movement, wind speed, trajectory.
See? Easy.
Don't get careless.
Dragon Swarm!
Don't tell me! No!
It can't end here!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
There!
Prepare to be...
Now
Now I'm in
Something,
trouble.
anyone?
Dragon Swarm!
No further! Eat this! Inspiration!
I'll fix you up.
Now you see what I can do! A wall to shield from calamity!
Barrier!
Stop! Now I'm
Dragon
in
Swarm!
Crescent Flash!
Lunar Corruption!
Hurricane! They smite with off my
Hold on to your art.
Eat this!
Here I come.
Talon Hurricane!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is
Flame
more
inside me yearns
Less
to be
talking,
let
more
free!
doing.
Dragon!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Ignite!
Let the marksman handle
Dragon
this.
No
Swarm!
further.
Now I'm watching! I've let you all down.
I couldn't make it in
Do
time.
it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside
Dragon
you.
Swarm!
That'll bring you down.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul
Thank you
with
for the
light.
healing, Dovaline.
Our comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch.
Dragon Swarm!
Thanks.
Dragon
Another
Swarm!
incantation ruined.
Mega Ray!
I'm gonna need more than that.
Resonate with the
Dragon Swarm!
Forgive me.
You'll pay for that!
I'll bring you back from
Dragon
death to
Swarm!
this. Sealed!
Easter! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, here I go.
Armor won't save you! Now I'm
Dragon
in the... I'm
Swarm!
sorry to be a clog.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am. Tectonic punch!
Lunar Corruption! Lunar Grapple! This is it!
Stalagmite! Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Graviton
Dragon
Shield!
Swarm!
Dance!
No further.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Watch this!
Dragon
This
Swarm!
one's mine!
Talon Hurricane!
Amazing.
Talon Storm! Dance on the wind! Cricket Dungeon!
Scream,
Here's
baby.
a healing art!
Rending you apart! Time for one bloody holiday! Dragon Shout!
I may have bit off more than I could chew.
Not my finest.
I don't
Stay away
even know
from
the
my
word
friends.
defeat.
Not on my watch!
This
Lunar
vanquished soul
corruption!
with life.
Lunar blast!
Resuscitation!
Dragon Swarm!
No case for
Dragon Swarm! Ignite!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Benediction light.
Soaring Light Spear!
Now I'm in the groove. Lesson in a bind. So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint,
Nope, that'd be silly.
Dragon Swarm! First strike! This should do it! Dragon Swarm!
These fists have got your name on them. Execution. Here you go.
Dragon Swarm!
Feel like me again. Negative EX. I'll tear you apart.
This one's mine!
Talent Storm. Scream, face. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. First strike. Go. I'll tear you apart. Come on, roll now.
Burn!
Hold on to your heart! Here I come!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
This'll make us even more formidable.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Anything
Dragon
nothing
Swarm!
I'm going to
Eagle
use
Ray.
all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Begin.
As if the normal creepy
Can't get out
crawlies
of
aren't
this.
disgusting
Dragon
enough.
Swarm!
I'll smash you. Power surges through me. Captain
Hurricane! Lunar corruption!
Catapult.
I'm all
I'll
stopped
finish
up.
you here and
Mega
now.
Ray!
Let's tear 'em up. Elusive deity. I'm on it. That's enough. Driver.
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity.
The flame inside me
stopped
yearns
up.
to be let free!
Mega Ray!
I'll finish you here and
Dragon
now.
Downfall!
Can't get out of this.
There!
Oh, now you're talking.
more.
The tempest trusts you. I'm on it. That freaking does it.
Here!
Might with black and
Will
gray.
this help?
Talent Storm.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kitara! Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Now you see what I can do.
Mega Ray!
Burn!
You're done.
Dragon Swarm!
Take this. Now I'm in the
Lunar
groove.
corruption!
Hurricane!
Back into the fray!
Take this.
Mega Ray!
These fists have got your name on them.
Dragon
Radiant light.
Dragon
Force of
Swarm!
regeneration. Regenerate. Now art for being interrupted.
Why thank
Your lordship, and will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty. Blow away. Not my finest.
I couldn't make it into...
This should do it!
I don't even know the word defeat.
Dragon Swarm!
Into the shadows!
Dragon Swarm!
Breath of life. Heal my wearied companion.
Hear me!
Sure.
Now, let loose!
Gravitas!
Nothing gets by me!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Mega Ray!
Benediction light. No further.
Here's a healing art!
First strike! Dragon Swarm!
Radiant light!
Elusive deity.
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrecht. 35 about it sometime. This one will be difficult to predict.
Swarm! I'm on it! I owe you one! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Come and face me!
Insects
Dragon
should stay on the
Swarm!
ground.
I'm on it! Thanks!
Thanks, Shield.
We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! You're mine! Catapult! Dragon Swarm!
Into the shadows!
First strike! First strike!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed launch.
Dragon Swarm! I'm just getting started!
Ready to go!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm! Eagle Assault! I'm just getting started! Thank you! Rip and tear! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! A scream bathed in blood, rending you apart! Bloody howling! On your... See what happened there as you crossed... Shouldn't have done that.
Technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
Best not to give me any ideas.
Dance on the wind! A scream bathed in blood, rending you apart! Bloody howling! Super Swallow Dance! Talon Hurricane! Burn!
Lunar
Take it! Dragon Swarm! I'll run you through! Everlasting! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Looks like it could be worth something. Don't get careless.
Dragon Swarm! Don't tell me! Dragon Swarm! That freaking does it! Dragon Swarm! Talon Hurricane!
Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm! Inferno Punch!
I will you all!
Swallow Dance!
Do it!
Come on! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Mega
Dragon
Ray!
Swarm!
There! Go! Go!
I'm
Mega
ready!
Ray!
Kill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Dragon Swarm! All finished!
There's always room for improvement.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
That equipment should come in handy.
coming through.
Dragon Swarm! That freaking does it!
Dragon Swarm!
Inferno Punch!
Elusive Deity!
Not today!
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Dragon Swarm!
In a bind?
First aid!
There you go. Feel like me again.
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do.
I'm nearly
Where
done
are you
for.
going?
Dragon Swarm!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Storm!
Lunar blast!
Crumble!
It's in your hands now. Stay away from my friends!
I can do this all day!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
I'm on it! Talon Storm!
Dragon Swarm!
Inspiration! I can do this all day! First strike! Talon Hurricane!
I must remember my limits.
You shouldn't have messed with me!
Mirage!
Let me
Free you of this power!
Dispel!
Not today!
Super
Dragon Swarm!
Talon Hurricane! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eagle Side! Take this!
Lunar blast!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
These things have got your
I'll
name
leave it
on
to
them.
you!
Armor won't save you!
Dragon
I'm on
Swarm!
it! Talon Hurricane!
Confiscating!
What is this?
Hey, you okay? I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Now you're talking!
Inside me, yours to be let free!
Now all good things come to an end.
Suffer in silence.
Lightning!
The enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that!
Mirage!
Time for
I'm sorry to be a thought.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down!
Nothing gets by me.
No further!
Inferno Punch! I'm just getting
Outstanding form!
You see what happened there as you crossed me. I'm ready. Done that.
Astral energy!
Say no more! We won.
Looks
I'm
like
going to
trouble
need to
with
use
Dragon Swarm.
Together, we've got this!
Swallow there!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Here goes!
I'll finish you here and now! Flying spree! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! Not today!
I'll smash you! I'm
Dragon
just getting
Swarm!
started!
Confiscating!
Dragon Shell!
I'm ready! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar blast! I'm all stocked up! Mega ray! Lightning!
Dragon Swarm!
Easy ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Ignite!
Shine!
Dragon
Radiant
Swarm!
light! Boost of regeneration!
Just to touch!
Regenerate!
Now I can let loose. You must be tired of healing me.
I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on our side, Jocelyn.
Dragon Swarm! Talon Hurricane! Execution! Resonate with the earth!
Here!
Do it! Jolie! Hey! Blow them away!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Looks like trouble.
Together, we've got this!
I'm nearly done for. No further! Dragon Swarm! Inspiration!
That'll bring you
Two
down.
heads? That's not even fair!
Smash you!
Dragon Ball!
You picked the wrong fight!
Free you of your power.
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
Thanks!
How odd to being interrupted.
Dragon Swarm!
Surge it through me.
I don't know what I'd do without you. Dragon Swarm!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
In a bind.
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane!
See what happened there is you
From
crossed.
calamity.
Shouldn't have done
Dragon
that.
Swarm!
What my art can do.
Into
Rise and
everlasting
shine!
darkness. Negative gate.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Dragon Dance! I'll finish you here and now!
Looking good!
I really owe you one.
To accomplish this.
Hold nothing back! There!
On your
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning! Downfall!
dust to dust! It's over! Armor won't save you! You apart!
Eat this!
Hold on to your
Down
hands.
the wind.
Here I come!
Dragon Swarm!
Downfall!
In a bind? Oh, now you're
Lunar
talking!
corruption! Back
I'll
into the
face
fray!
you!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
That'll bring you down!
I'll tear you apart!
Lunar corruption! Here's a healing ray!
Inspiration!
I could do this all day.
Swallow
Let me
dance!
free you of your
Dragon!
power. Is this it?
Don't leave me!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. I really owe you one.
I'm sorry,
Not
Trouble.
done yet. Dragon Swarm!
It's go time!
Armor won't save! I'm just getting started!
Go!
Dragon Swarm!
Negative gate! In a bind?
Here's a healing art!
There you
It's
go!
on
First
your
aid!
Eat this!
Storm!
Back into the swirl!
Dragon
Lightning!
Swarm!
Downfall! Radiant Spear!
Stalagmite!
Lightning! Nope! Downfall!
Come on,
No,
now!
no!
Tempest!
Lightning! Downfall!
Tempest! I'm on it!
Lunar corruption! Back into the fray!
I'm on it! Catapult!
Lightning! Eat dirt! Burning!
Take this! Talon Hurricane!
I never miss!
That's freaking done! Shine! Radiant light!
Flame of
Force
fury!
of
Shouldn't have messed with
regeneration!
me.
Shattering regenerate! Attack time!
Here I go!
I
Gravitas
can
Spear!
carve through armor! Don't suffer in silence!
It's on!
I'm on Tempest engulfs you!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here, let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon! I'm just getting started!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Here's the healing arc.
This one's tough!
That freaking does it! I'll tear you apart!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
Inspiration!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Hold on to your arc.
Regenerate!
Dragon Swarm!
Shield
Dragon Swarm! Can't move!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Dragon shout! They got me flanked!
Imbue this golden spell with my resuscitation!
Talon Hurricane!
Not done yet! Dragon Swarm!
In a vine? Watch this!
Let me show you what my heart is. Not on my watch!
Now you see what I can do!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside
Dragon
you!
Swarm! Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Here!
I'm ready! Sora! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Radiant here!
Soaring Lightning! Mirage!
Tear you apart! We're on a roll,
Are you
man!
ready? Totally! In an instant! Impact Frost!
A hard-won victory.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Here I go! Into the shadows!
Dragon! Dragon Swarm!
Blind you and take this!
Here, let me have. I think I'll pass on the handshake.
Take this!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar blast!
Elusive deity!
The fluidity of the movement is simply incredible.
Searing
Away!
and then will!
Burn in hell! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane!
Hold on to your
Did
arc.
you hear it now? Death Blossom! Now we're never...
Healing circle!
Take this!
It was nice while... So much for sitting this fight out.
That wasn't real complaint, I hear.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Engulf you!
If it's in the mine.
No dawn shall break this night.
Radiant here!
First strike! Talon Sword!
You require...
See what happened there is you crossed me. Should have done that.
No further! Dragon Swarm!
There!
Ignite!
Shattering?
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Dragon Swarm!
Oh, now you're... I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon Hurricane!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon
That freaking does
Dragon
it!
Swarm!
Inspiration! I can do this all day!
No! Can't end here!
Don't give up! I'll bring you back from death event! Art seal!
Not my
Heal my
finest.
weary companion.
Cure!
I
don't even know the word defeat.
Dragon Form! Beyond! Dragon Form!
Here's a healing art!
Dragon Form! Solid Storm!
Radiant Blood!
Dragon Form!
Can't get out of this!
Here's a
I'm
healing
ready!
art!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Here, let me help.
I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Lightning!
Mirage!
Deathfall!
Pierce! Punch! Dragon Form!
Radiant Pierce!
Regeneration! Dragon Dragon
Thank you for the healing, Dope.
Our comrades need our ability to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch.
It's being interrupted.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Healing circle!
Do it! River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Dragon!
Lunar Corruption!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Hold on to
Bad
your
feeling
art.
about this.
Here I
Resonate with
come!
the earth! Dragon Form! Dragon Form! Rending you apart!
Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Super Swallow Dance!
Radiant Hurricane!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Dragon Form!
I owe you one.
Talon Hurricane! Dragon Form!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Dragon Form!
Sure. I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Pierce! Super Swallow Dance!
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Dragon Form!
Here I go! Help this! Radiant!
Soaring Blast! Dragon Form! Dragon Shout!
Now I'm in the groove.
Eagle Assault! Dragon Form!
Elusive Deity.
Time to let it rip!
We got the advantage.
Good. Now we just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because log on. I really owe you one.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
All good things come to an end.
Healing circle!
Power surges
Dragon
through.
Form! Fang Blast! Dragon Form!
First strike. Now that freaking does it.
Dragon Form!
Eat this.
Talon Hurricane! Do it! Oh! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade. See that?
That training's paying off!
Dragon Form! Dragon Shout!
Resonate with the earth.
Super Swallow Dance!
Rending you apart.
Talon Hurricane!
I'm just getting started.
Mega Ray! I'm all stocked up!
First strike! Dragon Form!
Eat this.
Dragon Form! Fang Blast!
Thanks!
Eat this!
Into the shadows!
Dragon Swarm! Eat this!
Here!
Talon Hurricane! Air
Lightning! Downpour!
Bathed in blood. Rending you. Bloody hell!
I can feel my power growing!
I won't forgive you!
Dragon Swarm! Eat this! Burn! That freaking does it!
In a bind?
Eat this!
Lunar
Dragon Swarm!
corruption!
It can hide its own? I can carve through Amazing! Dragon
This
Swarm!
one's mine!
Super Swallow!
Don't mind if I do!
Tempting!
Here's a healing orb!
Begin!
First aid!
Seismic Rupture! I'm on a roll now!
Dance on the
Lunar
wind!
corruption!
Talon
Lunar
Storm!
blast!
All good things
I'm
come
going
to
to need
Dragon
to use all
Swarm!
the power of my healing arts to
I can do
accomplish
this all
this.
day! First strike! Dragon Swarm! Tectonic Punch! This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm! Burn! Dragon Swarm! I'm just getting started!
Here!
In a bind?
Talon Hurricane!
Oh, now you're talking!
Take Bolero!
Radiant blood! Here!
Ready
Lunar
and ready!
corruption!
I'm on a roll now!
Lunar blast! Back into the far enough! Mega ray!
Watch it!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Now I'm in
Just as
trouble!
well I'm
You see
here
what
to stop.
happened there as you crossed me? I've let you all down. I couldn't make it in time. Eat dirt! Dragon Swarm! Resuscitation!
Don't mind if I do!
Breath of life! Heal my
I don't
weary
even know the
companion.
word defeat.
Prepare to be seen!
That'll bring you down!
Cure!
In a bind?
Super Swallow
Mega
Dance!
ray!
Talon Hurricane!
Downfall!
Eagle Fly!
All the
Not
power
my
of my
finest.
healing arts to accomplish this.
Okay, here I go.
Back into the fray!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. Our arts are being interrupted.
Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing art!
Leave the target to me! Negative gate! Not my finest! Nothing! You'll pay for that! Dragon Swarm!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I can't heal you forever. Here's a healing art.
Hold nothing back!
First aid.
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
You'll soon see about that.
No further!
Eagle Fly! Dragon Swarm!
Let me show
Totally!
you.
In an instant! Impact Block! These bad guys really don't mess around.
Don't get careless.
Dragon Swarm!
Don't tell me!
Healing circle.
I bring you tonight! Dragon Swarm! I bring you blood! Rending you apart! Bloody house! Another incantation! Anything in armor is all mine! Cut and flash! On your
Lunar Cross and
now I'm in the groove! Burning Swarm!
What? Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Dragon shout! Now I'm in the lunar deity! Death blossom!
You require a hand. Prepare to be sealed
Dragon
or
Swarm!
feet of foot. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more
Dragon
doing.
Swarm! Dance! Cut and flash! Storm!
Reflect on thy sin.
All good things come
Breath
to an
of
end.
life.
Mega
Heal
ray.
my wearied companion.
Cure! I've let you all
I think I'm
down.
coming down to something grave.
A chronic inability to read the room?
A malady your art cannot fix.
Resuscitation!
Healing, don't leave
Arts
me.
being interrupted.
I really owe you
Everlasting dust from beyond. Imbue this vanquished. You require a hand.
Downfall. I'll cover
not done yet!
Swallow dance!
I'll blind you with a dust! Take this!
Healing circle!
Dragon form!
I'm sorry to trouble you.
You do the same for me.
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Where are you going?
Soaring blast! Burn! Eagle ray! Let's tear him up! Dragon form!
I'm out of ammo. Whoa!
Talon hurricane!
Mega ray! Lightning!
Glimmer dragon!
Downfall!
Watch this! Death blossom!
No further!
Downfall! There! Graviton!
Catapult! I'll tear you apart!
I'll blind you into dust!
Eat this! That freaking does it!
Here, let me help.
On your
Thor!
knees.
First aid!
What a relief!
Air pressure!
Super swallow dance! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike!
Lunar correction!
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
To the fray!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm on it! Dragon form!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Hey! New equipment!
Bad feeling about this.
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Take it! Let's go! Mega ray! Lightning
Swallow dance! In a bind?
I'm extra coming through!
Start!
I never miss!
Seismic rupture! Big
Dance on the wind!
Hear me! Flameless
On
fury!
your knees!
Burning
Eat this! Let's tear him up! Dragon form! Captivity! Come on, roll now! Lost my shattering of pieces! Attack time! Catapult! I can carve through armor!
Rise and shine!
Let me take
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Dragon form! Begin! Talon hurricane! Reflect burn! They smite with blackened blade in the groove! Death blossom!
Downfall!
Can you take it?
Radiant light!
Do you require a
I'm
head?
Dragon form! Take this! Burn!
what my heart can do! Rise and shine!
Begin!
Come on!
Here, let me on the wind! Eagle fly! Dragon swarm!
Corruption!
What's this? Anything I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! Dragon swarm! I can carve through armor! Heal!
Healing circle!
I'll finish you here and now!
Primed and ready!
Dragon
This
form!
one's mine!
Here you go! Like me again!
I'll pick you up!
Eagle drive! Take this! Talon storm!
Mega ray! Lightning!
Catapult!
Burning strike!
Swallow dance! That freaking does it!
I'm going to need to use all the
Should've
power of
messed
my
with
healing
me.
arts to accomplish this.
I'm on it! Elusive deity!
This is looking
Your
good!
natural defenses are fading.
I'm a sitting duck!
Retreat from...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Super swallow dance! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Dance! Thankful Arrow! Death Blossom!
Lunar corruption!
Nah! That freaking Dragon Swarm!
No dawn
So
can
much
break
to
this
do.
night.
Do it! Thanks!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
We're still standing. Barely.
Gotta break through! I'm on! Dragon Swarm!
Everlasting dunk. Shine, radiant light,
strike!
force of regeneration.
First strike! Time to cross blade! Dragon Swarm! I owe you one! Talon Hurricane! The flame inside me! You're burned! Ready!
On your
Burn!
Eagle Mega Ray!
a thrilling
Where are you
performance.
going?
Dragon Swarm!
It's time. Take this.
Talon Hurricane!
First aid!
I'll finish you here and now!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll blind you into dust.
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts
Dragon
to
Swarm!
accomplish
I'll thank you. Does it hurt?
Talon Hurricane!
On your
Can't move!
I couldn't make it in time.
Bring it back from precipice!
Talon Storm!
Stalagmite.
Here goes!
I'm on a roll now! Not done yet!
Lunar
Dragon
corruption!
Swarm!
Lunar blast!
Rotating pile driver.
Big Blast!
Can't get out of this.
I'll heal you out! Confiscating!
No dawn can break this night.
Healing circle! Damn it!
Your death.
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar blast!
Burn it out!
Here you go. I feel like
Dragon
me. I'll
Swarm!
blind you into dust.
Ready and
Lightning! Downfall!
I'll blind you into dust.
Here!
It's time.
That freaking does it! That freaking does it! Inspiration!
What my art can
I can do this all day!
Shine!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you!
Now I'm in the groove.
Dragon Swarm!
I'm out of it! I'm all stocked up!
Captivity.
Super Swallow Dance!
Flame of
Dragon
Fury!
Swarm!
Lightning! Downfall!
Time to let it rip! This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm!
I'll thank
And
you.
this I will!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
live long enough to regret
I'll
this.
take you all on!
This one's mine! Ready to go! Let me show you what that'll bring you down!
Dragon Sword!
Ready and raring!
Ignite!
Free! Why can't they just sit here?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Now I can let loose. Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Soaring light here!
You hear it now!
You are bloody
Blood, rending you apart. Bloody howling.
yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'll finish you here and now!
To use all the power of my
I can
healing
carve
arts to
through
accomplish
armor!
Ignite! Dragon form!
Not on my watch!
Eat this! I'll blind you with a shot! I'm just in the wind!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Watch my
Mega
Dragon form!
Lightning!
Dragon
No
down!
dawn shall break this
Should have
ground.
messed with me!
Soaring blast!
Swallow dead!
Mega Ray!
Helen Hurricane! Heal! Dragon form! Burn! I'm just getting started! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike!
A thrilling performance.
Watch my
Here, let me help.
I'm on it!
Everlasting
Raven
Fire
Fire
is yours to be let free!
Negative gate! Dragon form! Death! I'll finish you here and now!
Radiant
Let's tear him up! Execution! Whirlwind snap! Dragon form! Swallow dead! Talon
Here,
form!
let me help. First aid!
Do it!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Ha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
My word. This must be the work of Providence.
Prava what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Stay calm.
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing.
Talon Hurricane!
Don't leave me!
Another incantation ruined.
Resuscitation!
Not done yet!
Radiant light! Lost my focus! Dragon form!
In a bind, this death shall not be forgotten.
Where are you going?
I'm grateful.
Now you see what I can do!
No dawn shall break this night.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Hitting pile drive!
Interruption! Watch it!
Super swallow dead! Talon Hurricane!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Dragon form!
Interruption!
This one's all mine!
Punch! Now I'm in the groove!
Dragon form!
Awesome!
Confiscate! Lunar corruption! Lunar
Oh,
blast!
now you're talking! Eat this! I'm just getting started! Rip and tear!
Lightning!
Eagle assault! Sense on the wind! Oh my! I'm on in a bind!
Here I go!
I'll tear you apart! I'll smash you! Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Benediction.
Eat this!
Heal! Thanks!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Dragon form!
This isn't ideal.
Dragon swarm! Ignite!
Eat this!
I can feel
Dragon
the medicine
form!
working. Here I go! Let the marksman handle this!
Stay away from my friend! Dragon swarm!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
No!
Resuscitate!
Can't end here!
Here, let me help!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Radiant blast!
No dawn can't get out of this.
Dragon swarm!
Lightning! Downfall! Super swallow dead! Hear me! Flail!
No! I've let you all down.
Ready to go! Lunar corruption! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with light! Forgive me. This is my fault.
Begin!
This debt shall not be forgotten.
Burn! Do it!
Xion, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
So I still had room to grow.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No, they appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Helganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Danan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
No ordinary zoo. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourselves. All bets are off when it comes to this thing.
Crumble! Dragon Force! Take this!
Lightning! Downfall!
That freaking does it! Dragon Shell! Dragon Force! It's on!
In a bind?
Dragon Shell! Dragon Swarm! Ignite!
Its head is the weak point? We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
There! Our expert coming through!
I'm on! Dragon Swarm!
Standing form!
I'm on a roll now! Catapult! Inferno Punch!
Take this!
Lightning!
No
Downfall!
further!
Shattering
Ray!
the
Back into the
pieces!
fray!
Attack time!
Then
Dragon form! Now I'm real mad!
Radiant
I'll tear you
Blast!
apart! Now you see what I can do!
Here I go!
First strike! The
flaming strike is yours to be let free.
Mega Ray!
Dragon form!
I never miss!
Let's tear him up!
I owe you one.
Down
Sword!
I'm
Dragon
all
form!
up. Mega Ray!
You require a hand.
I'm on!
Can't get out of this.
Burning Strike!
I'm just getting started!
Shine. Radiant light.
I'm
Perfect
Burning
regeneration.
Burning
Regenerate.
Inferno punch!
Thank you for the healing, Doberman.
Our comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch. Will this help?
Swallow dance!
everlasting
Dragon form! Take this!
Negative gate.
Eat
Control myself.
Resonate with the earth.
Dragon form! I can carve through armor!
Rending you apart.
First strike! Talon sword!
Take this. Can't get out of this.
Talon hurricane!
Burning Strike!
Glimmer dragon!
Radiant Tear!
Negative gate.
Back into the fray! Lightning! Let the
I'll tear you
marksman handle
apart!
this!
Begin! Talon sword!
The tempest engulfs you.
Talon
Rending
hurricane!
you apart.
Lunar corruption!
Lost my focus!
Light.
Heal!
Thank you.
I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Breath of life.
Dragon
Heal my
dragon
weary
form!
companion. This
Lunar
is all
corruption!
mine.
Watch and lightning!
Why you in the
Dragon form!
There!
I'm just getting started!
Not today.
Might with black and blade!
Take this.
Lunar
Dragon
corruption!
form! I'll smash you! I'll finish you here and now!
Thank you.
Fang blast! It was nice while it
Got
lasted.
it! First aid!
Such unadulterated fury.
Seismic rupture.
Talon hurricane!
Engulfs you.
Eagle side!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
I'm on a roll now!
Resonate with the earth.
Talon
You may be
hurricane!
being interrupted.
But I'll never
Can't get
back
out of
down.
this.
This death shall not be
Eat
forgotten.
dirt.
I'm sorry to trouble you.
Dragon form! Strike!
It was nice while it lasted. Let me show you what my art can do!
No.
Done!
Can't live here.
Don't leave me!
This death shall not be forgotten.
I'll bring you back from death
Talon
to
on a
this.
roll now!
Resuscitation!
Elusive deity.
Getting closer! I'll smash you! Now I'm in the groove! Dragon form!
It's
Hold
trying
on
to
to
take
your
us out.
art. Here I come!
No further.
Lunar corruption!
Thrilling performance.
I'm all stocked up! Mega Ray! Lightning!
Blow away!
Don't mind if I do!
Everlasting dark.
Eagle Ray! Fury! Burning Strike!
Quit pushing yourself and get behind us.
I'll be right as rain in no time.
Radiant
From
Tear!
beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life. Resuscitation.
There! Gravitas Field!
Not done yet. Dragon form. Demon land. Tornado drive.
I'll bring you back from death to this.
Can't move.
I'll bring you back from death to this.
that. Shine.
Let the
Radiant
marksman
light.
handle
Dragon force of regeneration.
Not done yet!
I owe you one.
Mega Ray!
In a bind.
Dragon form! Hurricane!
Okay. Here I go.
Here's a healing art.
Rivet tear! Dragon
I'll fly you into dust.
Eagle assault! Now you're talking!
The flame inside.
The finishing blow!
You'll need to beat me to it, kid.
I'll take on that challenge! Swallow dance! There! Dragon form! I'll finish you here
You
and
picked the wrong
now!
fight. Breath of life. Heal my weary companion. This should do it. Cure.
Mega
Dragon
Ray!
form!
I'm all stocked up! Mega Ray!
Can't get out of this.
Super swallow dance! I can carve through armor!
Not on my watch! Radiant
Can you
Here!
take it?
Swallow dance! Chemical! Arrow!
Lightning! Downfall! Lunar correction!
Back into the form!
Lightning!
Talon
Downfall!
hurricane!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Inspiration! I can do
Where
this
are
all
you
day.
going?
The flame inside me! Yours!
Radiant
Be
light.
let free!
Watch yourself.
Dragon form!
Sense
You
incredible
picked the
power.
wrong fight!
Take
Dragon form!
Mega Ray!
I'm ready.
Into the fray!
Totally. In an instant. Impact block.
hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Domlum's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting. But I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zeugles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too?
We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are, at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the? An ambush?
Sorry. Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I never thought about this until now, Alphen, but doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah, it can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose?
Did we really just spend that much money?
Hey, that looks pretty good. Thanks for waiting, everyone. Come on over and grab some food.